Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Maciej Zawadzki and I am an IPAM engineer at InterSoft. I am DNS and DHCP expert specialized in an Alcatel-Lucent VitalQIP. InterSoft is an Australian company with offices in Europe and North America. We provide consultations and support for IPAM address management and network monitoring tools. This short presentation is to provide an overview of new feature in Alcatel-Lucent VitalQIP 7.3, which has been released in June 2011. If you have further questions, please contact with us. We will be glad to help. This is a login screen to new web interface. New web interface is the biggest change and the most important feature in VitalQIP 7.3. New interface has been provided to simplify the usage of VitalQIP inside of the network. With web interface, application can be accessed from any workstation in the network. Also, it has been designed to simplify the usage of the application. The previous version of web interface has several weaknesses. Customer complains that it is difficult to work with it. That's why it has been redesigned. And Alcatel-Lucent put an effort to make all the tasks similar to the tasks that were in the well-known thick client. The thick client is still in the release, but officially it is not supported and new features won't be included in it. So that is why it is recommended to start using web interface as soon as possible. We have 7 main multi-level drop-down menus in the application. We have a My View menu which allows us to build a custom interface for each user by default, or we can give an access to each user to customize the interface based on his need. In the address management menu, user can manage the IPv4 and IPv6 infrastructure. So we can use this menu to add new domains, networks, subnets, or single objects. As you can see, this is a multi-level drop-down menu, so amount of clicks is limited to the necessary minimum. In the DNS section, user can manage DNS zone, DNS servers, access lists, and also can access an enum interface, which is integrated in VitalQIP 7.3 as a part of the application. In the DHCP section, we can access DHCP scopes, DHCP servers, DHCP templates, and access control list. With infrastructure, we can access administrator settings, global VitalQIP settings, product templates, user-defined attributes, and we can also manage our organization. Via report, we get access to all the reports that are present in the application. At last, we have a task section, which allows us to see tasks that are scheduled or tasks that has been already completed. Let's have a view on some items of that interface. In example, let's review the list of networks. We have several features here, but as you can see, the layout is quite similar to the well-known thick client. We have again tabs, which shows us information about details in this place in application where we are currently. An important change is the link to reports. So we can easily access reports that are connected with the object we are currently reviewing. So right now we are reviewing IPv4 hierarchy and we are looking on the network. That's why here we have a reports that are connected with IPv4 networks or subnets for IPv4. If we go to the DNS, we will switch to zones, we will get a similar hierarchy tree, and if we select an object, we will have again tabs for the objects with information that are critical for this particular object. It was very important during the creating of the interface to improve the navigation, to make it simpler, and this has been achieved by a few nice features. Let's see an DHCP. So first of this are the next and previous buttons, which allows us to move between certain objects. It will also work for IP addresses. So if we go to manage object list, we can switch, this switch us between networks. Yes, so we can switch between networks. This will also work for DNS and DHCP server. We have a contextual action menu, which means that here we can do certain actions, and this is changed depending on what is selected. Also, we can change the column order by simple move. We can use each column to as a sort. So we can sort by domain name or by a status, as we wish. Application is now designed to have less pop-outs, which means that each new window is displayed in the same tab of the internet browser. So this is not a new tab, this is on the same page, and this is thanks to the newest web technologies implemented in interface. So if I will switch to previous to the different tab, in this case this is appliance management tab, you see you have only two of them. Then if I return to VitalQIP, then the window is inside of this web page. Second important new feature is the powerful search engine. It can be accessed in the top right corner of the application. User may choose between custom and predefined searches. Let's try the custom one. We go to the global search and we need to decide about the attributes that will be used during the search. Let's try object, and as an attribute we'll go with name and address. I can leave it empty, and then each time when I will run this search I will be asked for, or I can predefine some filters. Let's use a filter on object name and let's run it. As a result, we get the object list that met the criteria. This output can be now exported to CVS format, and this can be used as a kind of reporting functionality. So we can save this filter if we would like to use it in future. Now we can go to manage search profiles, and this gives us information about all the searches that has been predefined in our environment, and with the information about the default one. So we can see here we have my search by name. This is our own search, and it is a default one. So if I just go to the top right corner of the page, I will type VM and hit enter. I will get immediately search result with the criteria of VM. Next functionality I would like to cover is the improvement in DNS and DHCP management. Right now we have a single screen that can be used to manage and configure DNS server. So we have only one view where we can set DNS options, see the zones that are managed by that server, plus we can access reports that are specific to this chosen DNS server, plus from the same screen we can do a DNS generation. It is very the same for DHCP server. Again, if we just choose a DHCP server, we'll see all the DHCP options that can be set up on this server, plus information about active leases, MAC pools, and reports specific to this server. Plus, we can do the DHCP generation, of course. If you are speaking about DHCP, it is worth of mentioning that right now the DHCP server and VitalQIP itself supports the client ID DHCP options, which means that a client in the network can be recognized not only by its MAC address, but also we may use a client ID, which is very important in case of certain Cisco solutions where we have a mediation device that can somehow cover the true client ID, the true client MAC address. The last feature I would like to show you today is called Visual IP Space. You can find it under Address Management, IPv4, Visual IP Space. It shows us a graphic representation of a subnet. So all our objects are represented by graphic icons, and each icons represent an object class. So in this case we have a kind of illustration how our network is used. So we have some PCs and we have also some voice over IP spaces. We can switch between different subnets from the same Windows just to have a understanding what is going on in different areas. So this is the last feature I would like to describe. I hope that you find my presentation as helpful, and this will be your first step with planning an upgrade to 7.3. If you need any help, please remember to contact us. We will be glad to assist. Thank you for attention.